All right. So we just finished watching the video on making a connection in our parties, and I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Pauline told me about this great idea, and instead of playing the microwave game, which I'm starting to kind of hate,
No.
I agree.
yeah, let's cut down on the notification. And you know what, before I continue, I will say I disagree with one of the things in the video where Melody Govig talked about liking and commenting on everything. I disagree with the liking on everything because that sends another notification back to your guests. And we are already giving them so many notifications in a day. You don't want to overstay your welcome. So a comment is always better than a like or a haha or a love. But sometimes that's all you really can respond to. Like if you're posting one of those gift things and they post a funny one, I mean, yes, I suppose you could reply ha 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 ha. But I would advise against not doing both, because you know what it's like when somebody goes through your party and likes every single post. And all of a sudden, you've got 37 notifications to weed through. So I disagree with her on that one. Take it for what it's worth. So Pauline gave me this great idea. And it's, you find a product, and for what I'm thinking is something on the lower price range, and the name of the product needs to be the same number of days in your party. So for example, Mix and Chop. MIXNCHOP. 8. Perfect. And every day, do a video of the day demonstrating some kind of product. It doesn't matter what it is. Probably your money is better spent on demonstrating one of the power tools, the Rock Crock, the deep covered baker, the double burner grill, things like that, the big ticket items, or even the whipped cream maker, which goes crazy when people are seeing that live. Share one of these videos just in a quick 2 or 3 minute demonstration, and then at the end of the video, hold up a piece of paper with one letter on it from the word Mix and Chop. Now, you could do it one, see, Rebecca's getting it. You could, you could give them to them a letter in order, but they're going to figure it out by day 4, right? MIXN, they're going to know it's the Mix and Chop. But if you scramble the letters, they're going to have to watch every single video every single day to get the product, and then have them message the answer to you on day 8. There's a couple of ways you can do this at that point. You can put all of the people who gave you the right answer in a drawing for, or like just give them tickets. You know, if you get the right answer, you get 50 tickets. Or you could put them in the drawing and that be the grand prize drawing. So I really, really loved this live video idea combined with a game. And I mean, do you like it?
I love it. It's so smart.
I wish I thought of the video idea, but I did think of the game thing. I mean, me personally, my next round of parties has 6 parties in it, and I'm not going to go live 6 times and make 6 different batches of whipped cream. So you can make a YouTube video from your phone or whatever, and you can upload right from your phone into YouTube and then have that link, and then just make it generic. Don't talk about a host name. Don't talk about the time of year, things like that, so that you can recycle that video on your next round of parties. So really all you have to do is make 7 or 8 videos, and then you've got, for the next round. So that's my spin, my new game for you, for your next rounds of parties. I hope it works for you. I'm going to try it too. I start up next month. So Pauline posted yesterday I'm going to repost it for you in the Better Together group. There's a lady named Chanda. She's with Perched Bird Consulting, and she has been working with Pampered Chef on how to better improve our virtual image and do better with Facebook parties. And tomorrow at noon Eastern, she's going to go live for about 5 minutes. And she's going to be talking about how to interact with people on Messenger. And I've listened to one of her 1-hour trainings. I know that her 5-minute training is going to be packed with some information. So that's going to be worth tuning in. If you miss it, I'm sure it's going to be recorded, and you can just like her business page and go back and listen to it later. But she's definitely worth listening to. She's one of those where I'm like, she's worth the time. You know what I mean? Whereas not always the case. So I want to make sure I leave us enough time. I'm just going to say a quick blurb about something, because I've got a couple of you on here that are doing amazing jobs, and well, all of you are doing amazing jobs, let me say that. But you're starting to add to your teams, and you might not really know what to do with them now that you've got them. And so I'm going to spend more time on this later, but on PCU, they've got a brand new course for coaching your new consultants. And there is even a PDF that you can download. It literally takes you through step by step each one of the calls that you should have with your new consultant. It gives you, praise Lord, how to build a training consultant binder. Yay for office supplies. And so what I'm doing, pardon me, right now is I'm trying to download all of the things. I mean, it tells you exactly what to put, binder 1, or excuse me, divider 1, divider 2, divider 3. All of that's in there, and I'm going to be doing a more in-depth training about that another time. But I at least wanted to put that on your radar, because I'm doing that like right now with Sarah. She and I had a follow-up to I'm calling you out, girl. She and I had a follow-up to coaching call number 2 today. This training tells you what to say on call number 1, what to say on call number 2, and hopefully, Sarah, you don't feel too overwhelmed.
No.
That was convincing. So it's really nice. The biggest push with this new training is that they're trying to make sure that the new consultant does not feel really overwhelmed, which I'm sure a lot of you do anyway. But it's trying to kind of feed the information to them a little at a time. So that's there. Please look at it, and I'm going to be doing more training on that later. But I wanted to move on because I've got some call to action homework kind of things for you guys. They're gonna be easy and they're gonna be worth it. Number 1 is I'd like you to try to start implementing one thing that you read or heard from the video today. So just take one thing. It doesn't have to be all 5. Pick one of those things that you'd like to start implementing in your virtual parties. And the other piece of homework is I'd like you to make sure that you're opted in for your newsletters. Make sure you've got all your entire contact list uploaded into your newsletter, and then you're also opted in. All right. So this is where I need feedback from you. Our November challenge was to get 30,000 in sales. What should we do for November? Keep in mind the 30,000 number was before we added 11 people to the team. And I'm adding another one tomorrow. And I know some of you are working on adding more. So what do you think we should make the goal for November? Yes, keep in mind there's a holiday in there, but in my past experience, November's been my highest sales month of the year. Throw out a number. Let's hear. Don't be afraid.
I think 37.
37.
I like that number.
37. Bravo to you guys. I wrote down 35. I'm making it 37. Good for you. I love it. 37,000. Woo! I got a little shiver. All right. Awesome. That's going to be our new, hopefully, organization goal, not just team goal, because I'm hoping Miss Jessica over there promotes to director on November 1st, which means she will no longer be in my team. She will be in my organization, which is a little bit of a different concept. You'll always be mine. All right. A little reminder that was it just yesterday, I posted the incentive from Robin Schilling. If you don't know who she is our national executive director. There are 2,000 consultants on her team. And so she's made it a goal of hers to have all of the director teams in her organization be green by 15. I'm one of them. You're one of them. And she said, for every director team that is green by the 15th, I will give you a $25 gift card. Well, that's you guys doing the work. It's not just me. So I'm going to pass that on to you. So everybody who is green by 15 in November, I'm going to put you in a drawing, and I'll give that $25 Amazon card to you. Okay? We've already made that requirement for October. She wants us to do it for October and November. So we're halfway there. Yay. Okay. Sales goal, 37. Woo. November show goal, the number of shows. So in October, it was 40. You crushed that last week. We are currently at 51 shows submitted.
Wow.
And I know all of you have more to submit before the 31st. Earlier, numbers were thrown out there like 70, 80, 90. Jessica's eyes got really big. What do you think should be the power of one? Because just one show can make a huge difference in your sales and in your organization. What do you think our show goal should be?
I've got it. Okay.
Keeping in mind, we're already at 51. Be brave.
I think 70 is good.
70?
I was just thinking like 75.
Okay.
But
Because we want it
70
to
is
be,
good
we don't
too.
want it to be easy, but we want it, we just a little uncomfortable, right? I don't want to set you up for failure, but I want it to be a little uncomfortable. 75, you think?
Yeah.
11 new consultants to help with that.
Yeah.
75. All right, ladies. 75 is the new. Now, one thing that I have not put on the table officially is a recruiting goal. I have not officially put out there, I'd like to see however many added to the team in November. I know personally, my goal is always 2 per month. So that is my personal goal that I try for. So if we were to have a team recruiting goal, what do you think would be attainable? Again, keeping in mind November does have a pretty major holiday.
Mm-hmm. So how many of us are there total?
There are 50.
Okay.
And I will qualify that by saying last month, 17 were active.
Okay.
And that matters because I do have some quiet people on the team.
Yeah.
So there is that going on.
Okay.
So what would you think for a starter recruiting goal?
What did we have this month? 11?
We added 11 this month.
So maybe like 12 or 13? Small goals.
You know what? Bravo to you, because I was not thinking double digits.
Oh, I was just going a little bit higher then.
I was thinking 5.
I was thinking 5 too, but you never know.
5 works.
Again, we want it to be a little uncomfortable, and I've got the goal of 2 of those being mine.
Yeah.
It doesn't
do
have to be a
8.
nice, huh?
Oh,
If we do 8, that's like 2 every week.
I like that thought.
I like 8. 8 is a nice number.
8 is enough. Okay, let's make it 8. How does that sound? Now, I'm not
Sounds
saying
good.
the 5 of you are responsible or 5 of us are responsible.
Goodness.
Goal. Just because you're putting it out there doesn't mean you're now set in stone. The people who aren't here, they're the ones missing out.
Total failure if it doesn't work.
That'll teach them to miss a team meeting. Awesome. All right. So one last little bit of homework for you, and this will be completely in your good interest to do. I would like to challenge you to a debt-free Christmas. What I'd like you to do is write down your Christmas present list, the names that you anticipate buying somebody a gift, and put the approximate amount that you think you're going to spend for them next to their name, add it up, and then I want you to figure out how many shows you're going to need to do to make sure that you end up with a debt-free Christmas.
Like
And I'd like to see if you
Holy
could.
cow.
that.
Let's start booking. Get out that launch list.
You
Serious.
just don't know how many people I have to buy for.
I know. Now I'm sad I came from a big family.
No, don't be sad. But I mean, even if you don't attain it 100%, can you imagine knocking it out 50%?
Yeah. that'd be
You
awesome.
know, and so keep in mind the company average for a party is 500. Do you know how to figure out your average for a party? It's okay if you don't. Let me show you. All right, let me go back to this share screen thing. All right, let me go back to Consultants Corner. And so we want to go to Consultants Connection right here. And right here in Consultants Connection, underneath here, do you see performance details?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're going to click on that, and this new report is going to pop up, and we want to scroll down to this middle section. And here on the left, can you see my cursor?
Mm-hmm.
My little pointer thing? That's the month to date. So as of right now, my monthly sales average on virtuals is 504. Okay? But my yearly total, which is more accurate, because you could either have a good month or you could have a bad month, my yearly average is 539. So when I'm trying to figure something out and speak in averages, I'm going by this number right here. So 539 for me is my show average. And so if I'm trying to figure out, okay, I need to make $1,000 for Christmas this year. All right, so I'm going to get out my calculator. If I need $1,000, I need to sell $4,000 worth of stuff.
Okay.
Well, $4,000 divided by 500 is 8 parties. You understand how I broke that down? So if I want to make $1,000 on average, I need to make sure that I've got 8 parties on my calendar. Of course, we need to take into consideration parties that don't qualify, parties that cancel or postpone. And so on average for me personally, because I like that $1,000 paycheck, I overbook my calendar and I shoot for 12 every month.
Okay.
And in October, I actually had my highest cancellation rate like ever. I lost 4 parties this month. I went from 12 down to 8.
Wow.
And so, you know, it happens. People get sick, people have to cancel, people don't return your messages. And so it does happen. So that's my challenge to you, is a debt-free Christmas. So see what you need to do on your show calendar for that. Just a couple of announcements and then we're done. I think I'm going to actually get this done in an hour. The next meeting is going to be not too long from now. It's going to be November 9th.
Okay.
Will be at 6 o'clock Central. Now that football's over, I won't have to worry about getting my son home. So 6 o'clock Central is 7 o'clock Eastern. Does that work for, because I know most of my team is Eastern. Do you like 7 o'clock or do you prefer 8 o'clock?
I know November 9th I'm committed to something.
It's okay, I'll report it.
Okay, that's cool. But 7 or 8 is fine with me.
Okay. What about you, Rebecca?
Oh,
All good?
I'm Central Time.
Oh, are you? Okay, for some reason oh, that's right, you're in Killeen.
Yeah, I'm in Killeen.
That's right.
Middle of nowhere.
Oh, I know Killeen very well. All right, very cool. So November 9th will be the next one. And if you haven't already looked, the sales incentive for November is PC dollars. Now this time it's 25 PC dollars with $1,000 in sales. I'm not sure why they upped it from 750, which is usually the qualifier, but this time it's 1,000. So I want to make sure that each of you get that in your little PC bank. So that could be mini catalogs. That could be 5 packages of mini catalogs. That could be a product you might have your eye on, host packets, things like that. So put that on your radar. And I know I shouldn't say it, but I'm going to. I know the sales incentive for December and January. Book up December and January. Book it big. It's the free-for-all. And so what that means, it's not crazy free-for-all, it's free products. This is how you can earn your spring products. And they usually do it by levels. Usually level 1, and now I'm saying usually is based on past experience. I'm not sure what they're going to do this year for the levels, because I'm hearing this year's spring products are much higher product value. And what they told us in director seminar is that they're going to be putting those products in level 1 and level 2 to get them in your hands, because those are the most achieved levels. But you're going to want to book up your calendar, because in years past, 750 was level 1, 1,500 was level 2, 3,000 was level 3, and then 6,000 was level 4. Wow. And at 6,000, you get all of the new products. And also in years past, the products offered in December were different than the products offered in January. So you're going to want to hit at least level 2 both months. Heck, go for level 3. Go for level 4. If we're going to make some goals, let's make them big. So that's a little sneak preview. I don't want you to ignore November, because we've got some pretty lofty goals ahead of us. But I want you to keep that in mind, that you're definitely going to want to keep booking up December and January, because it's going to pay off for you. And I don't know what the products are. All I know is from Pauline, they're amazing. And what I know from home office is that they are a higher value. So I'm going to leave you with 2 things. Number 1, I've got my first cooking party next week. My first cooking party in a year and a half. And I got some advice from a fabulous cooking party rep a couple of days ago. And she said, she was walking me through, asking me what I'm going to be doing for my cooking demonstration. And I had already told her that we're going to do the fajitas, but I was going to do it in the rock crock, or the deep covered baker. She said, no, you're not. You're going to do it in the rock crock, or you're going to do it on the double burner grill. And I'm like, but I don't have a double burner grill. Well, guess what I just ordered? I'll earn some more PC dollars. And she said, what are you doing for a dessert? And I was like, well, I was going to take some of the mini fluted cake pans and give everybody a dessert. She said, no, you're not. You're going to do a dessert in the rock crock. At your shows, at your cooking shows, if you do one, you want to be showing the power tools, the big things. And this is a November 1st party. If somebody falls in love, when somebody falls in love with that rock crock, I've got time to book another cooking party before the end of the month. So she gave me a recipe for an apple spice cake.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh, that looks so good.
Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so I'll post the recipe, but there's a homemade caramel sauce that goes with it. You slice apples and put it on the bottom of your rock crock. It's a spice cake mix and a cup of applesauce. That's it. And then in the microwave for 10 minutes, turn it out. They see the apples on top, pour the caramel sauce, and then a dollop of whipped cream.
Wow.
Sold. And so I haven't taken a bite yet. I won't do that to you, but I'm chowing whenever we're off the phone. And so I wanted to leave you with a couple of really awesome little words that I got from a book called Together is Better from Simon Sinek. And it says, life is a series of choices. Do we go left or right? Jump forward or hold back? Sometimes our choices work out for the better, and sometimes they don't. But there is one choice, regardless of every other decision, that profoundly affects the way we feel about our journey. Do we go alone or do we go together? It's the courageous few who ask for help. It is the giving willing to help others. We can all find the courage we need and know the joy of service the minute we learn that together is better. I feel better with all of you guys on the teams. Thank you for joining me for this first team meeting.
Thank you. You did
Thank
great.
you. Yeah.
Okay, so
Great.
another time I would love some feedback. Was it boring? Was it too long? Was it, all those things. So give it to me brutal, ladies, anytime. But because I want to make this what you want. It's an hour of your time, which is precious, and so I want to make it worth it. And so I'm going to let you go for tonight. I'll post this recipe and follow up with you guys. As always, let me know if you need anything.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.